welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign, brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming. I'm your Dungeon Master, Michael, and we have a wonderful session this morning for you tonight, but before we get into all that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command !midnight in our chat for a direct link. You can listen to the music on Spotify, watch your music videos on YouTube, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now.
Yep.
Hooray! Amazing. By the way, like more than number one, not to brag or anything, but I'm in the 0.01% percentile of listening to Midnight Syndicate on Spotify for my Spotify Wrapped, apparently. Hooray! I'm like your biggest fan, guys. Thank you for giving us your reason.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they make everything better.
So, there's
yeah.
Speaking of Spotify Wrapped, we're going to move on to artwork. Transition.
It's a weird segue.
So we have artwork here. The character art was made by Jeremiah, who is Simon Rice, who is Diablo. Here in this campaign, you can join our Discord. Use the command !Discord in our chat to join the server, and then message him, since we will now have a mutual server with him, and be like, hey, I will give you monies if you make art for me for my character, and then terms and conditions can all be discussed with him, so on and so forth. Great price, great skill, just in time for the holidays. Buy your significant other their favorite D&D character before they die.
Do not ask to have it mailed in Canada, because we do have a post strike, and it will not arrive by Christmas.
Womp. Well, guess what? It's digital!
I just dated the time of the session for anyone in Canada.
So there's...
What do you think this is, $18.95?
Yeah, if you want to print, you have to pay for the paper and the printer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you also have to pay for the pony to bring it to them.
Yeah, go to your local Staples. Yeah. I don't know if that's relevant for you guys.
It is.
Okay.
We hope you had a wonderful American Thanksgiving this past week. It was a nice time, so welcome back from a 2-week break.
We were very sleepy from having too much turkey. I mean, those of us...
I think that this session was Thanksgiving Eve, but, we didn't have turkey yet.
It's fine. I mean, I was
very tired for Thanksgiving. I got like 3 hours of sleep. I almost cried over turkey. I almost messed up. It was great. And so the holidays are so amazing, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table. And we are now beginning the latest session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week in his very own words is none other than Naoki. Take it away!
Hi there. So, last time we faced off against this terrifying spider drake, and I had the brilliant idea to use that bag of invisible dust that we got from that witch to obscure ourselves and flee the battle unscathed, as we were pinched between the devil and its 2 babies. While Diablo and Renatus attempted to exchange blows with the worm arachnid skittered about its web, thoroughly pissed off, and unleashed an awful spray of its hideous children, taking out many of our fragile party members in an instant. In a last-ditch effort, I conjured the blessings of the Fae to get Emlyn back on their feet. Quickly, she dashed right past me at breakneck pace, with a plan setting the web containing the treasure ablaze, letting everything fall to the depths below, including the beast itself, ending our righteous battle with nothing in hand but our lives. Just then, my darling animal companion Bean skittered into view with his pink peony atop his head, courtesy of yours truly. Beans. Gathering ourselves, we did realize and resolved that we needed that treasure. So me and Beans made our long trek down into what seemed an endless pit, into what was called the Underrealms, as I said, while my friends above stayed to rest and desecrate the leftover bodies for educational purposes as Emlyn's calls it, and Valerie, "Ce ne vous regarde pas," whatever that means. Anyway, heading down to the depths, we find ourselves in what seemed another world consisting of illuminated beings that I've never seen, along with fauna that I quickly pocketed, only to be confronted with our former enemy. Revenge is best served cold over being pierced by a stalagmite, by the way. Gathering the horn of the now dead beast, we resume our search and stumble upon the other half of the key, golden glimmering, guarded by glowing mushrooms. I brush them aside without care, only to be sent into a fever dream by a glow spore, seeing everything turn blurry and strikingly clear at the same time. Bees swarming around me, butterflies flowing overhead, meters high, nearly being crushed by a spider with a keep along its back. Bean shakes me to my senses, gather me on his back, swiftly retreating up from our luminescent paradise below, only to find my friends bickering with what seems a skull with a bit of a flamboyant attitude that devours gems, cursed to my fan-dancing companion. That kind of sucks. As we waited out of the forest and set up camp for the night, I mentioned to Crom I could drink a whole keg of mead without even passing out, but when I went to sleep, Emlyn happened upon a man by the name of Professor Leorson, an odd fellow who gleans from Valerie. The skull haunting her is the skull of Sulthacanon, a skull that is gilded and cursed to forever haunt the poor soul who touches it. However, a cure is available if we take it to the djinn from the elemental plane of air. Perhaps they could break the curse. I wonder if the skull could drink with me. That's the end.
And that is where we left off last week with the sun rising, your watch coming to the end, and you agreeing to come with Professor Leorkin to the ruins in the Landlord Wood, north of the city of Miradorn. You are currently traveling back to the city of Elmira with the halfling professor who has informed you all that he is an archaeologist and he has much research on the Zoraxan Empire pre-fall, and he wishes to continue to research it as well. And as we are traveling through a bright sunny day with a bit of a frost in the air as autumn is in full swing, is there anything that you would like to talk about in the meantime?
Is the skull awake?
The skull was given a gem, and he is currently asleep in the bag until somebody touches it again.
Do not touch it again.
I kind of want to touch it.
Do not touch it.
Don't touch the skull. It is my skull to fuck with.
You're gonna fuck the skull.
Skull fucking. Classic.
I don't have the parts for that, but I mean, I don't know if you do either, Cram.
I do not.
Are you fully functional?
How did the conversation get to this point?
Please leave the skull alone. We are not wasting any more gems.
That's what I say. We
Please also do not fuck the skull.
No, I appreciate the fact that for some reason we just started this conversation like 15 seconds ago and we've already talked about fornication. Or,
I think we should leave that skull alone for as long as we possibly can, because we already lost a substantial amount of riches to the abyss.
Yes.
So maybe when it breaks, it'll come back.
Well, I gotta say, we've got to find something very powerful and magical to get rid of it, and then we'll make it someone else's problem, yeah?
We can just throw it at someone else and run off.
We've kind of tried that already. I mean, we put it in a bag of holding, which is so far as I understand, an extra dimensional space, so it should not be able to just magically appear.
I thought I would explain that the skull is just simply attached to Miss Valerie here until the curse is broken. The gemstones simply put it to sleep. If it is awakened again, it will appear at Valerie's side, continuing to torment all around.
Yes, so we need to time its appearances at the most convenient moment and not while we're trying to sneak her.
It's like a shit version of a parrot.
What's a parrot?
That's
Something that also sits on your shoulder.
Okay, so it's... Is that a parrot like a kangaroo? It repeats what you say?
No, kangaroo are people.
Well, just...
A parrot is a bird that sits on your shoulder and can repeat what you say. Just less annoying than the skull.
Why would you sit a bird on your shoulder? It's just going to defecate on your dress.
They're trained not to.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
have a dragon on my shoulder, so I'm okay.
I once came across a pirate captain that was of some sort of snake descendants, and he had a parrot on his shoulder.
Huh. They descended from a snake, like a snake person.
Yes.
We've met someone like that.
I
Don't say who.
I'm not surprised that the Draxian wasteland is full of people of that sort.
Right, yes.
As well as Railworm to the south of it.
So,
I feel like there's a certain flair to wearing a colorful bird on your shoulder. So I understand it.
you definitely want one of these, don't you?
Not particularly. I feel like it's not my style.
So what would be your style? Like a small dragon?
I could have a fully grown lion with wings and fire breath that could sit on my shoulder. Maybe I'd consider it, but I think my shoulders are to be shown off by themselves.
How would you have a full-size lion on your shoulders?
Because
Okay.
Anything is possible when you put your mind to it.
Well, I mean, anything's possible when Diablo Dorado puts his mind to it, but I just need to work out the logistics on my song.
I mean, I've seen Naeki turn into animals. I'm sure you can turn one at some point. A fire-breathing lion.
Fire-breathing lion.
I don't know if he quite has the power for that.
Maybe one day.
Maybe with like a snake's tail, and like belt feet.
This sort of conversation continues for 2 more days.
This one conversation.
Gabriel and Forest back to Onira. You may all mark your character sheets for a long rest, reset your health with smacks, whatever temporary HP you have also gets cleared in the meantime.
Reduce your rations.
That too.
Rations.
Anyway. Oh no, I've only got 7 left.
And there is no fee for entering the city, as you do have the writ of passage, nor is there a fee for returning back to the inn, the Great St. Tabby, because you do not have to pay for transportation in Almira anymore.
To say. So we've finished theorizing the specific definition of the creature that Diablos has on his shoulder, right? From here, so it has a lion's face, but with like red hair, armadillo scales on its back, eagle's talons in the front, a snake coming out of its tail instead of a normal tail. And draconic wings. Was that what we thought?
no, I just said a fully grown lion
Okay.
with wings and fire breath. No, none of that armadillo scale stuff. I never bring up anything like that.
That's what we were just thinking of, the most ridiculously amazing creature.
Well, I have some errands to run. I will meet you back here later this evening, and we can set off for the Lamond Wood in the morning. I will let you know we have to travel through Rebellion, and so make sure you have coin about you to make it through the checkpoints.
Of course, we will make sure to earn a little bit of money because we are, such poor adventurer.
Anyway, I will see you back here tonight.
Well, we should go get our reward, we think.
I do think.
What time of the day is it?
It is the morning. It's like late morning. You kind of camped outside the city for a couple miles, and then you decide to enter during the day. So a couple hour walk to the city.
So we had some nice
via train.
nice,
so it's like early afternoon, mid morning.
Yeah, so we had some roasted squirrel for breakfast, and
it's delicious.
Yeah.
Beans made his weapon, stayed behind.
Had a couple spiders for snacks, and we ate beans.
Beans will continue to live in the forest until he's called upon.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to the Mages Guild, and that's Graham. Do you need to get anything from the Alchemist Guild? Or?
No, I was going to suggest if we wanted to try to find our friend that we delivered the tea for. We want to stay clear of them for now.
I'd say, well, there's no point in trying to find her. I mean, she's moved off to wherever she is. Is there any specific reason you were looking for her?
Well, more to just find out if the tea we gave them was poisoned or not. If
she was just having us deliver the shopkeeper's special blend. It's no correlation there.
If you say so.
You don't know why you're so suspicious.
A lot of weird stuff has happened since we've arrived here, and
yes, well, things happen in Mages Guilds.
Let's go then.
Before we enter that area, Emmeline is going to go ahead and just pull her scarf up to her nose and fasten it as a little face mask.
Okay.
Hold.
Yep.
The city continues to go on with its normal business. People, for the most part, have no idea that demons are infiltrating the lower ranks of the government here, which you all prevented, and we're slowly making our way to the more high-focused positions of the city. You continue to navigate to the first floor, where you find the overall Mages Guild. And as you continue to walk, you guys can go amongst yourselves for a moment.
Perhaps we could take a look at the shop when we reach the guild.
I'm sorry, what was that?
There's a fly in my ear.
Or sure, if you want to stay in the back.
I am also going to summon my dragon just so it sits on my shoulder. So if we need a distraction, I can get them to just look at it and keep them away from Emmeline.
We're having a slight audio issue, everybody, so I'm going to, we'll be right back. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the mid-session. All right, we're sorry about that, everybody. We are back. I believe the audio has been fixed. So let us continue on with what we were doing. You all were traveling to the Mages Guild. Emmeline has revealed that she does not have very many friends in the Mages Guild. Some frown upon her looks and frown upon her and her history in some way or another. And with that, you enter and you are recognized by the ghost lady at the front desk.
The gargoyles as well.
The gargoyles as well. And you're allowed to go to the Archmage of Daemonology's chambers almost immediately, known as a Moral Tamlish. As you approach the door, there seems to be some sort of conversation that is projected that you can hear as you approach. Whoever wants to make a perception check with advantage can do so.
Perception, I've got +5. So if anyone's
Go for
higher
it.
than that.
Let's go. Do
Cool.
it. Just
With
do it.
advantage.
Yeah.